Aldgate East Underground Station here. And there's that Whitechapel building I pointed out earlier. I'm being waved at. Fame. If you look in the window of this shop, as it were, or building, there's actually a tube train in there, or a bit of one. I guess I can go in, but I don't really want to. Aldgate East, it says on the front. Well, I'm going back this way. Just came up here to have a look at the train. That lady who sleeps in front of Aldgate East Station between these two people that have got in my way. She always seems to be here. Never can figure out what it is with our society and these people. Anyway, oops. Tall buildings again. Nice reflection in that one. We're going to go down here, that street. 3 minutes before I have to reset the camera again, the film. I need to find a spot to rest it on, and maybe I can straighten out this gadget, which is reversed and upside down and stuff as well. Just waiting for the lights. So the traffic lights are red, but the pedestrian lights stay red. This sort of mania for safety, I don't know. They overdo it basically, and everybody crosses anyway. It actually turned green this time. Looking for something to rest the camera on other than the ground, because resetting it changes its weight and the gadget goes mad. There's a place over the road there, a column. I'll cross over and stand it on that. Wait for the traffic. Again, a load of building work going on. It's crazy. Right, let's set this thing down and we'll try and reset it. Okay, I borrowed a cafe table because the gadget stopped responding altogether and I changed the batteries. So they shouldn't really be dead yet, but it's alive. Change the camera battery too. A bit of a nuisance because I have to partly remove it from the gadget to do so. And it's a little difficult balancing it always because it's heavy or something. I just want to cross over the road and look at this building we're walking past. Because I've shown you the sort of modern buildings like that. But there's this here, an old dispensary or hospital type place. Founded 1782, it says on the left. Erected 1858. Supported by voluntary contributions. It's an ancient hospital type place. I'm going to cross back over now. No cars coming. Let's go. On the left is a modern estate, and on the right, old buildings. I'll show you the modern estate. It's quite interesting. We're on Leman Street, L-E-M-A-N. Some great statue. There's always builders sat by it because there's a load of building work going on. Great sculpture though. Look. Quite something. A person there begging on the street. Again, I don't know why. How come we can't support them or something? I don't know. The Oliver Conquest pub over there. I guess to do with Oliver Cromwell. A gaggle of people here in the way. Should look at who it's by, shouldn't I? It's got a little sign up the front here. Doesn't actually say. I think there's a sign somewhere else. Oops, I'm just bashing the microphone. I hope that doesn't sound too loud. Well, there's enough background noise anyway. More of the human animals here. This is nice because the water splashes as if the horses were running. see the modern flats beyond that are being built. These have been done obviously already. And of course they're stupid prices. Okay. Hamish McKee, the artist, Hamish McKee. M-A-C-K-I-E. Let's wander up here, see if we can get through. Gadget's doing funny things, I don't know. I'll have to get used to using it again, perhaps. More modern flats. And they have a little private garden for themselves. If you look down the back, you can see a bit of old London, the warehouses there. Let's go down there, this way. See the ancient warehouses there and here. They are nowadays fashionable cafes and office spaces, you know, apartment lofts at £1,700 a week or so. Yes, that's a week. It's seriously crackers. These are crackers in terms of my wallet anyway. Here we go. I'm going to go this way, vaguely towards the Tower of London. Maybe we'll end up there, I don't know. doesn't really matter where you go in London, there's always something to see. I don't know if you can see that graffiti there. CCTV is useless, it says in small writing, just to the right of that car. Maybe it's a bit small for this shot. Some old railway cutting type garages and stuff there, workshops. Going over the top here, over this bridge, is the Docklands Light Railway. It goes into Tower Gateway DLR station. Some gigantic residential blocks in the distance there. Docklands, I think. Or somewhere like it, approaching it anyway. Actually not that close, thinking about it. It's in the vicinity of St Katharine Docks there. Oh, it wants me to reset the camera. I was delayed because early because I took time to change the batteries earlier. Well, I will reset the camera because then it's in sync with my little emergency alarm. Need something to rest on so I don't destroy everything, all the setup. Alright, there we go. Train going overhead. Okay, we're back again. That was the DLR train going overhead, really. Cleaning up the streets. Mostly. We have down here Wilton's Music Hall. Behind this cage on the right, I think it's not sure if it's a school or a town square actually. It says square on the sign, but I've heard kids playing in it in the past. They normally stick kids behind big cages, don't they? There still isn't a Victorian music hall. Still in use, so you wouldn't know it from the decoration outside. Music hall is like an adventure theatre, I suppose. Oop, camera going out of control. There we go. The Gadget has difficulty with the camera. It's within its weight range, supposedly, but a couple of squirrels on the ground, grey squirrels. Now the grey squirrels have been exterminating the native red squirrels. Grey squirrels are from North America. By outcompeting them, basically. However, turns out there's some new virus around which preferentially kills the grey squirrels or something, and in fact the red squirrels are starting to make a comeback. Something like that, I heard. Nature will find a way. Sometimes. These residential blocks here. Don't know if I can get through this way. I haven't been down this road before. Not looking like there's a way through, but there might be. If not, I'll have to go back. I'll go past it and out the other side. Might be worth doing, mightn't it? There is indeed a way through, I think. Or maybe it's just a way around, I don't know, whatever. Swedenborg Gardens. Nice tidy place. And don't miss the street art. Hey. Springtime, you can see the blossom tree is out. Let's see what I can see here. Telford's yard over there, old building. Telford, Thomas Telford first put the metal on the roads, the tarmac basically, or one of the first ones. Thomas Telford, I think he did that. We have Tarmac Adam as well, McAdam, an early guy. I think Thomas Telford, I don't know, he did something engineering wise back in the Industrial Revolution. Can't even remember what now. You can see the Shard in the distance. And Leonardo's drawing on the side of that building there. I don't know which way to go here, so let's just go up to the main road, shall we? Oh, that building with Leonardo is the Royal Pharmaceutical Society, or one of their buildings, because I'm sure there's another one, Psychoanalysis Society, nearby as well. I think I might cross here as well. The light is already on. Okay, I'll wait. Nice and peaceful here, if you like the noise. I think the lights are going to let us walk any second. Yeah. Let's head back down to St Katharine Docks on the river. Tower of London is straight ahead, but we'll zigzag slightly. Don't know if I can get through. I think I can. So I'm going to go down here. I seem to remember some way through. This down here is Thomas More Street. Corney and Barrow building. That tower. Very modern. A little overexposed in the light with the lighting, but never mind. Thomas More was the fellow who was killed by King Henry VIII or somebody because he wouldn't stop being a nuisance. Something to do with religion, I think. The building on the right is called Star Place. We have another fancy modern building here. There's a bit of a shopping centre, Waitrose and what have you is in here. Waitrose is a supermarket. tends to be on the pricey side because they like to be little upper middle class, or pretend to be, whilst trying to sell to everybody. But at higher prices. Here are the docks, and that's why I go straight in actually. Car coming. Not. St Katharine Dock is not really part of the Docklands. That's a different region. But here we are. Old looking houses, expensive of course. And all the incredibly expensive yachts and stuff. You can see Tower Bridge, a bit part of Tower Bridge there in the distance, right in the middle of the picture. Behind that, the grey hotel. And we have here some dodgy looking non-street art, I suppose. I think the street art is better. More accessible, let's say. Oops, just bashed the camera, it's really good, out of control now. Level it up a bit in case I did some damage here. There we go, right. Plane going overhead because we're not far from City Airport. Pretty serious yacht there. I think it's been here for years. Don't know if they ever use it for anything other than having breakfast. Lady of the Manor. There we go. They're always cleaning it though. Guess if cleaning is your hobby, you get yourself a yacht. Or launch. whatever it is. Just past all those security guard guys. Ooh, time to reset the camera. Well, let's stick it on a pole and do so. Whenever there's a security guard guy, I kind of pretend to be just carrying the camera and looking around nonchalantly. Tee-hee. Now, off and on. Okay, we're back. Ooh, camera's going crazy anyway. Don't know what it thinks it's doing. Anyway, here we go. Fancy shops in here and more dock. Whoops. Keep it in control, gadget. There we go. As you can see, we haven't gone far. There's the walkie-talkie tower again in the distance. Stuff is like super densely located in London. It's all crammed in fact in the whole country actually. Oh, keep control, gadget. It's going mad here. Come back. I probably need to turn it off and on or something. No? Okay, we've got control again. This is the Medieval Banquet, a sort of a theme restaurant. They have suits of armour and you can have an old-fashioned meal. You could be hanged, drawn and quartered or something if you don't pay your bill. Art shop. I think I'll have to turn this gadget off and on in a minute. Let me do it. It's hopeless.
And then I'll leave at 1:30. Maybe I'll get the delivery.
Alright. As we're saying, there's an art shop there. The sort of prices you'd expect. In fact, the sort of art you'd expect. Queen's barge parked here sometimes. Not here today. Was here during the Olympics in 2012.
That's for Dickens.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dickens Inn there on the left. A genuine anchor, I think. From the Dutch merchantman Amsterdam, founded off Hastings 200 years ago. My shadow there. It's nearly 10:20 in the morning. Tower of London over there again. Sorry, Tower of Bridge. And a little display of stuff that used to be sold from the merchant ships. I think this is Marble Quay, going by that building and that item being displayed. Some visitors photographing the phone box. There in the background you can just see the top of the Gherkin and the Leadenhall Tower. Coming down to the river. A lock gate. Butler's Wharf opposite. There we have proper view of Tower Bridge, complete with helicopter noise. Shard in the background. Kids playing on the cannon. Let's have a look at the river. Some other people doing some filming there. I'll avoid them.
Look like cool dudes with this.
The blob building seen through Tower Bridge there is the County Hall, where the council or Genghis Khan sits. What's his name? I don't know, the mayor anyway.
It's nice to have all those canal backgrounds.
A nice fountain here as well.
Via! Una volta! Via!
Take a peek along the river under the bridge. The tide is out at the moment, or outish. So the water's on the low side. Goes down to about 2 metres deep and up to about, I don't know, 12. There's the Blob City Hall, I think it's called, not County Hall. Bit of a nice view of the bridge there. I'm not planning to go up on it today. Just take a peek. A couple of boats coming through, but it's not opening as far as I know today. They do have a timetable online, you can go and have a look. The offices across the river are More London, it's called. I've done a walk along there in the past. And we have the actual Tower of London just here, right here. And a cannon cast by William Churchill. Famous name, almost certainly definitely related to the one we know of as Winston. Because his family's a couple of bombards here. I'm not talking about the people, haha. Probably one of the large artillery pieces made in England for export to the Venetian Republic in 1684. These mortars were used to defend Corfu against Turks. Possibly by Thomas Westone. Spanish or French mid-18th century. Possibly cast in France. I think you can't go in here without paying, hey? Cradle Tower.
Yeah.
Have the moat, or what once was the moat. In fact, I think it probably went, even before then, it went right on the riverside. There's the bloody tower in the middle. I'm not even swearing. That's what it's called. You can just about make out the Gherkin on the left. And Leadenhall Tower and that new one, whatever it is.
Aqui na torre tem
Oh, and here we have the moat in actual use with water in it. This is St Thomas's Tower. I guess that's where Thomas More lived. Or didn't. Traitor's Gate. I think they come out of here or go into here when they're going to be executed. Way back when. See, some of it was restored in probably Victorian times to some of which was not really in keeping with the style. Across the river, HMS Belfast. And now it's an exhibition ship. An old warship. There's people doing selfies with the tower there. Probably be dazzled to heck with the sunshine, but there we go. I'm going to have to restart the camera. Haven't planned out how long I'm going to film today. This might get split into several videos. Keep them about an hour long. The paying tourists going in there. See the top of a catapult behind them. There's the Tower of London shop. We can buy a load of trumpery.
Der står faktisk løver med.
I don't know what these guys are for. Yeah. It's a bit hard to see it against the sunlight, but you can always spend a fortune and come and see it yourself, I suppose. There's the catapult down there. I don't know if you could see that even. Oops, oh, just bashed the gadget again. There we go, right, okay. You can see the blob across the way there as well. I think that building in front with the sort of square tower and stuff has Old Father Thames on one side. It represents the Port of London Authority. I think it used to be their building. The Thames River Authority or something like that, whatever it was. Something of that sort. Back in the old days. I think they managed the country's lighthouses as well.
Per me io dico.
Walkie-talkie tower. And this church has a bit of genuine Roman paving or something inside it in the basement. A couple of Apache helicopters going overhead. I suppose we can see them, can we? Yeah, there's one. The military helicopters are always the noisiest. I don't think they go in for stealth. Not those anyway. All Hallows by the Tower. Am I allowed in? Breakfast. Closed, it says on the door. I can see it inside. Okay. Founded 675 AD. The oldest church in the city. They mean the city of London, the square mile of the centre. The little stone block there is a memorial to Malta. Malta was attacked a lot during the 1940s or what have you. The siege of 1940 to 43, yes. It was seriously attacked and survived. Now, which way shall we go? That brown building down there on the left. Gadget making a noise again. That's old Billingsgate Market. Because it's moved to somewhere near Canary Wharf now. Minster Tower or something that building is, or Minster something, Minster Court. It's offices. Wait for the traffic. Here we go. This place would normally be very busy during the week because this is like the financial district the City of London is, but they don't work at the weekend. Most of it's quiet. Not sure about the name of that shop there. Assenheim's. Right. A twist of South America. Doesn't sound very South American to me. That tower kind of looms over everything here. I quite like it though, some people hate it. Minster Court, or the Minster Building. Yeah, still the other side of it. Jolly strange building. It's all the modern things are all sort of stone cladding over steel frame though. They're not really as solid as they look. Oh, camera going mad. I get vertigo just looking up at that. See down below an old church, a modern massive tower behind it, walkie-talkie as it's known, 20 Fenchurch Street, which is the other side of it, Fenchurch Street. This road is called Eastcheap. I think it's the church, it says there, St Margaret Pattens, built by Christopher Wren, or designed by him anyway. Founded 1067, or redone in 1686 or so. And this camera's going mad. The gadget can't handle it sometimes. Oops. I might try and re-level it. Hold on. There we go. Maplin's still here. I heard they were closing down the entire chain. Well, they do have a sale, 20% off. They're not that generous. Part of their problem. Let's have a look at this building. And of course you've got the looming tower behind it. There we go. Down here we have another old church. So we wander down this alley. The monument is down here anyway. As we'll see it. I don't know when I'm going to stop filming, since my plans have been accomplished. I'm just wandering around now until I get too tired and I have to go home. St Mary at Hill. St Mary at Hill. Church for Billingsgate. You can see this is an ancient alley, look at it. This alley on the side is Botolph Alley, just here. Doesn't look quite so interesting. Maybe stuff down there though. And the one we're on is called Lovat Lane, L-O-V-A-T, Lovat Lane. See the shard in the background. Swamped by the light though, mind you probably can't see it on your screen. There, how about that? Change the exposure and it appears like magic. Let's get back to where we are. There we go. Cobbled Street. A big helicopter, just an ordinary one this time. Let's see where we are. The river's on the other side of these buildings. And Monument Street is here, and that is the monument. Built to commemorate the Tower of London. Sorry, the Fire of London, sorry, the Great Fire of London of about 1666. Because a bakery or something in Pudding Lane caught fire, and the distance of the source of the fire is from the monument is the same as the height of the monument. So if you lie it down, it will point at the fire. The bakery, I'll show you Pudding Lane because it's right here somewhere. I think we can find it. You can go up the monument if you're brave. It's steps only. It's not very expensive, £5 or something, £5 or something like that. Certainly used to be. It's got a fair view over the nearby buildings. And this, oops, catch-up camera. Level again, it's going funny again. Come here. There we go. I think. This is Pudding Lane. And there's where the bakery was. Near the site stood the shop belonging to Thomas Fariner, the King's Baker, in which the Great Fire of September 1666 began. Presented by the Worshipful Company of Bakers to mark the 500th anniversary of their charter granted by King Henry VII in 1486. And there's Pudding Lane. Nothing special now. But I guess that's where I'll stop. And I'll see you in another video maybe. Okay, bye for now.